Right after Thetis delivered a speech to his allies on the reconstructed planet Telescria, announcing that many Viltrum Empire worlds had defected to the coalition of planets, he asked the assembled team of Mark, Nolan, Tech Jacket, Space Racer, Alan the Alien, Battle Beast, and Oliver if they were ready to take the fight directly to Viltrum itself. And Oliver excitedly replied, "Hell yeah." They rushed into Viltrum unaware that a Viltrumite scout named Thula was hidden among the orbiting bodies, and she ambushed Thetis, demanding to know why he had returned. Battle Beast quickly intervened and struck her with his mace while the team engaged the Viltrumite forces. Thragg led the Viltrumite charge as fierce battles erupted across the planet. Space Racer arrived with a group of Ragnar under mind control and used his powerful gun to kill several Viltrumites. Mark charged straight at Thragg, but his attacks had no effect, while Oliver tried to help only for Thragg to rip off his arm and shatter his jaw in seconds. Mark renewed his assault and finally drew a slight nosebleed from Thragg, who mocked him by saying he was in over his head and that even Conquest feared him. Mark shouted back that he had already killed Conquest and would now kill Thragg too. Nolan punched Anissa to create an opening as Thetis ordered Space Racer to fire his gun into the core of Viltrum. Mark, Nolan, and Thetis accelerated deep into the planet, penetrated the core, and triggered a massive chain reaction explosion that completely destroyed Viltrum in a devastating shockwave. The blast knocked everyone unconscious amid the debris as the planet tore itself apart. Thragg, completely unharmed by the shockwave, appeared in uncontrollable rage and grief, with tears in his eyes, realizing this was the annihilation of thousands of years of Viltrumite history, pride, and civilization. Thetis attempted to offer surrender, stating there was nothing left of the Viltrum Empire to rule or fight for, but Thragg refused and declared there was nothing left but revenge. In a blinding burst of speed Thetis could not react to, Thragg rushed forward and brutally decapitated him with a single savage motion, ripping Thetis's head clean off his body and knocking back Nolan and Alan in the process. Thragg held up the severed head to demoralize the remaining coalition forces, declared that the long-dead Emperor Argel had been avenged, and crushed the head in his grip, causing brain matter to gush out. He then turned his attention to Mark and rushed in to fight him. Mark accused Thragg of killing Oliver and punched him again, but it had no effect. Thragg pummeled Mark repeatedly, smashing his fists into his temples until Mark's eyes became bloodshot. Nolan rushed in to help, but Thragg overpowered both of them with terrifying ease, revealing that Thetis had killed Argel, which was why the Viltrumites had erased the weak from their society. Nolan replied that he already knew and believed the Viltrumites deserved extinction. Battle Beast charged in, but Thragg tossed him aside like a nuisance. Anissa and Craig pummeled Alan, breaking his arm, while Space Racer and Tech Jacket tried to help the others escape. Thragg grabbed Mark and Nolan by the necks, preparing to finish them, but Craig asked why he was hesitating. Thragg coldly decided they would be spared, because only a handful of pure-blooded Viltrumites remained alive after the Scourge virus and the planet's destruction, and the Empire needed every last survivor to rebuild. Craig protested and tried to kill them anyway, but Thragg stopped him, saying the survival of the Viltrumite race came first. The remaining Viltrumites boarded their warship and retreated, leaving Mark, Nolan, floating broken and bleeding among the wreckage. 2 weeks later, a coalition rescue ship captained by Pykel picked them up. Mark woke from a coma to find Oliver in a stasis pod with a new cybernetic arm and jaw regenerating, thanks to his half-Thraxan blood, while Nolan had already recovered faster due to his Viltrumite healing. Alan, now the leader of the coalition of planets after Thetis' death,